Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my pick for the top 10 PS1 games of all time. And again, this is not just the definitive list, it's just my list. So it might be controversial, it might not be, we will see. But I'll just kick it right off and start talking about my 10th favourite PS1 game of all time, which is Worms. Not much to say about Worms other than I had so many games just as a kid, playing it with my friends, and then just listening to the opening music, which I did a lot. Trust me, if you've not listened to the Worms music, please do it. It's fantastic. Watching the demo over and over, it was great. Good times. That's why it's number 10 now. Number 9 is going to be Tenchu. Now, this game was basically Dark Souls on the PS1. I thought it was so difficult, but so awesome at the same time, especially when you achieved, well, in my case I was playing on normal, but if you achieved like master and grandmaster ranks, it was rewarding. Punishing though, a lot of the boss fights were wow. Let's just say there was one guy in particular, I think his name was like Oni or something like that, began with O. He was notoriously difficult. I remember just chain comboing all the time and it was a nightmare. But yes, number 9, Tenchu. Number 8 is going to be Medieval. Now, this is basically the Tim Burton PS1 game, as I've always called it, because obviously Sir Daniel Fortescue looks like Jack Skellington. Ton of good levels in here, ton of fun. There was a lot of good visuals, beautifully written, and of course, who can forget the annoying Scarecrow level? I hated that level. But other than that, the game was really fun to play. Number 7 is going to be Dino Crisis, the original, not the second one. Dino Crisis, I believe, deserves a remake because it's fantastic. It was a really good horror game. And, of course, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are one of my favourite things to be in a video game. Especially games like Jurassic Park, although we've not got much in the way of that. Hopefully that'll change in the near future with Survival meant to be coming out. Number 6 is going to be Tomb Raider 2. This is probably my favourite Tomb Raider game overall. I think it's the best designed. It is the most varied, and I think the enemies in here are probably the best in the series. Also, it's got some of my favourite levels, like the Venice levels, and the last few levels, I think like the Dagger one especially, was pretty good. And I liked Marco as a villain. At number 5, we've got Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is really the only Castlevania game I've played, but I had fun playing it. It was a beautiful game. All, like, from what I've seen, all Castlevania games are gorgeous to look at. This is no exception. Number 4 is going to be Tekken 3. This is probably the best Tekken game in my book. I spent hours playing this as well. If it wasn't like Worms, this would probably be the most played game on repeat. That makes sense. It's just there, and I played so many hours as King, Nina, and I think it was Law, the third one. But it was mostly King, because I used to play at the arcade as well. Oh, and Eddie. Eddie was quite cool. He was a cool addition. Number 3 is going to be Metal Gear Solid. Now, this one, I only play, well, not like played, but fully finished in the Master Collection. I played it on the PS1, but I never actually fully finished it. It was a really fantastic game. For its time, it was innovative. It was a cinematic masterpiece, visual masterpiece, just masterpiece. Honestly, like, if people put this as their favorite game on the PS1, no arguments for me, none whatsoever. It is phenomenal, flawless. In fact, it has like flawless victory. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid number 3. Number 2, our runner-up is Alien Trilogy. Now, this was actually one of the first games I was meant to buy at the game shop in Dundee, and unfortunately I ended up getting Worms, but I did get a copy eventually, and it was just easily one of the best Doom clones, Doom shooters. I think they're actually called Boomer shooters, is what the proper term for them is, but combine them with my favourite film franchise of all time, Aliens, and just Doom style, it just worked so perfectly, and it was scary. And the music is probably the biggest standout for me for this game. That's what I remember the most, especially track 5 on the album. Seriously, go listen to it. It's beautiful. But number one is Resident Evil 2. I think the best PS1 game, one of the best Resident Evil games, and one of the best horror games of all time. Everything from playing through 2 campaigns and the actual interconnecting, villains, really nice. Level design, scary as all shit, but fantastic. I didn't play Scenario B as much because Tyrant used to scare the living shit out of me, still does. But yeah, that is going to be my list for the top 10 PS1 games. Let me know what you think. I'll timestamp everything so you can go see what I do. I'll put it in the description or comment section. I don't know what I'm going to do next though. So if you've got any ideas, again, throw them in the comment section. Let's talk about games, PS1 games. Let's talk about media in general. Because this is what this channel is going to be for. And I will try and get my light fixed because it is looking a bit weird without my second light. The cat broke the stand. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.